Hey everybody, this is Gina Beal. I am the Children's Ministry Director here at Alamo Heights United Methodist Church, and I'm here with Sean.
Hi, I'm Sean Jones, the Associate Director of Children's Ministry at Alamo Heights United Methodist Church.
So for this first episode of Kids Connect, we'll talk about who we are and how we got here. So I have been at this church, Alamo Heights United Methodist Church, for 23 years. I started out in the music department and then felt a call to be in children's ministries. And so actually back in 1997, I got the call. I got invited to a leadership conference, a weekend retreat at T-Bar M, and we had some alone time out in the woods. And as I'm sitting out there, I could hear God's voice as I was praying for what He wanted me to do, that He was telling me that you need to get involved in children's ministries. So when I came back from that retreat, I was a volunteer and I hung out around the nursery area and welcomed families. So my husband called me to full-time volunteer for years before I got the job. So 4 years, I was just a volunteer because I just wanted to be there. I knew I was called to be there. And then when the job position opened, I applied for it and didn't get it. Round two, they were looking for someone else again. Applied for it, didn't get it. But even in my interview, I told them, I said, even if I'm not called right now, I know I'm called to be here. So even this is not the time, I know my time is coming. So, and then the third time, I got a call. I said, we are so sorry. You really are the person. Would you consider taking the job? And I said, well, I need to go home and talk to my husband. And inside, I'm doing somersaults going, yay, it finally happened. So that happened back in 2001. So I've been here a long time. I grew up in the Methodist church. My grandfather built the Methodist church that I was raised in. When we had a big move, like this church had a big move to a new piece of property and a big, nice, new, shiny church, then my dad was on the building committee there. So I am Methodist from the day I was born, third generation Methodist. So I don't really know anything else other than being a Methodist. And I don't really know anything else other than being in children's ministries. I really love what I do. I love the kids. I especially love the little ones, but I love all the kids. So I love it here. All right, Sean, how did you find us?
We are relocated from Tennessee. The short story is post-COVID. Our family moved down here. I am a 15-year plus public school educator, and in coming to Texas, just thought, you know what, I may make a change. We have 4 kids, raised all of them in the United Methodist Church. And I've always been involved with them, whether that was volunteering at Bible school, leading Bible school, doing children's choir, youth choir, teaching Sunday school, you name it. I've just been right there with them. And there were a couple of times back at our home church in Tennessee that the children's position opened up and I felt a tug, but it was never the right time in my mind. I had a full-time job. I could not walk away from my school district. It just wasn't the right time. And God removed those obstacles for me in this move to San Antonio. And I love to tell the story when we were house hunting in the very beginning, when we committed to the move. We were driving through and I saw this church as we passed by, looking at neighborhoods. And I said, oh, there's the United Methodist Church. That would be really cool. We should visit that one, when the time comes. Even though it was, even before we had moved here physically. And lo and behold, when the job opportunity posted and I saw it and I realized it was the same church that I had seen, that was my little God wink of, yeah, we're supposed to be here. We're supposed to be here. So that's my story.
It was funny at the time that you applied, there were 3 positions open at the church, and your call first with music was hiring, and I was hiring, and youth was hiring, and Nona got that call, and she came running down the hall to tell me that she had met you and all about you. And I'm like, she's mine. I want to interview her. And I'm so glad you're mine because you're awesome here and you're really awesome at what you do.
Thank you. It's been great. It's been exciting. It's been fun. It's just awesome to get to teach kids about Jesus. How fun is that?
You are so fun. Sean on Sunday mornings leads our children's worship upstairs in the children's chapel. And I'm usually hanging out downstairs, greeting new families as they come in and being with the little ones, and I can hear Sean upstairs singing and dancing, and it carries down the hall, and it just makes me smile every time. You release your inhibitions and release your inner child and lead them in worship. It's perfect. They love it.
It's fun. It's fun. It's a fun gig. I think we make a great team. So tell everybody what you do. You're very administrating, detail oriented. You run the ship. So tell everybody what you kind of handle.
I am. I do love being with the kids, but I am very administrative, and I ran 2 businesses before. I've had many lives, so I ran my own business. I ran my husband's business, and then now here. So I am very administrative. I like being behind the scenes. I like organizing and planning. And I've been doing it for so long, for 23 years, that when we have an event, I'm like, hey, no problem. I know how to do this because we've done it so many times. So I help wrangle the volunteers in and organize our events and oversee all the curriculum. I'm kind of a trickle down. So the weekday school is technically under my wing, but with Sarah Jernigan at the helm, she doesn't really need a whole lot of direction. She's pretty awesome. So everybody thinks their ministry is the best, but I think our ministry is the best. And I work with some really great people. So kind of umbrella over everything. And Sean works on our curriculum and our childcare staff, which you are so good at that. Our childcare staff, they're hugely important for our ministry.
Well, you've definitely taught me how to organize and run the events. I was blown away by the magnitude of Vacation Bible School when I showed up here because all I had ever known was what we had done back in Tennessee. And so just the organization down to the very last detail, it just blew me away. So I've been in awe of that and all the events, how to prep for events, how to stay on top of the supplies and predict numbers. And I am not the detail person, so Gina is awesome to be in that spot. I just like to think about ideas and think about, what could we do? All the possibilities. So I think we do. We make a good team with that.
We do. That's a good balance because I always like trying new things and I like new ideas. And I've done it for so long that I've got files and folders on everything. So it's easy for me to pull it out, and I take lots of notes. So we're planning something really special this year for our VBS, but we'll be talking about that in a different podcast. So you'll have to stay tuned for details on that one. So if you are new to San Antonio and looking for a church, the children's ministry here at Alamo Heights United Methodist Church, on Sunday mornings, we have nursery care beginning at 8:30, 8:45 for our early service and going straight through to noon. At both the 9:45 and 11 o'clock hours, we have Sunday school for the kids, starting with our 2-year-olds get a lesson all the way up through our 5th graders. And then if your child is in 6th grade or older, they're in the West Wing with our youth department. But on Sunday mornings, we run a full Sunday school program at the 9:45 hour with the help and support of our awesome childcare staff. And then we repeat. We have a full lesson again at the 11 o'clock. So whether families go to the 9:45 contemporary service or the 11 o'clock sanctuary service, there is a full Sunday school hour for them. And the kids rotate. We have large group time in our children's chapel with Sean, who is fantastic. And then the kids go back to their rooms for small group activities. So on a typical Sunday morning, the big kids will be in the children's chapel first doing their large group worship. And then when they rotate out back to their rooms, then our preschoolers get to come up and do their worship time together, which they love. They skip and dance and sing all the way down the hall to get to Miss Shawn, who's getting her party on and worship with those little kids. It's awesome. So we have that every single week. We always have a place for kids to go, even when there's a holiday weekend. If there's worship going on in the sanctuary or the CLC, we've got a place for the kids to go. Because sometimes kids go to worship with their parents, which is awesome because that's how they learn how to worship. But we always try to have a really great experience for them here in the children's wing for the kids. And I love our curriculum. We use Celebrate Wonder from Cokesbury, and it follows the liturgical year. So most of the time, I feel like our Sunday school lessons are the same as what Pastor Jason is teaching in the sanctuary, at least. And so I've had families talk about how fun that is to talk about that in the car after they leave church and going to lunch, and they can talk about the same lesson. So I love that we do that, and I love our curriculum. And then throughout the year, we have lots of fun events for not only our church families, but for our greater community in San Antonio. And we have our Harvest Festival, which we've had for longer than I've been here. I've been here for 23 years, and it was going on before me. So that's a great community event, and it's free. We love inviting families to come join us, and you don't have to go to church with us. You can invite your friends. You can invite your out of town family that are here with you. And we have moon bounces, and petting zoo is everybody's favorite. We have worked with a really great company, and they have awesome animals, and we have games for the kids, and we have food and popcorn.
Well, and I do love that when kids are out of school also, we pump the events all through the school year to do things with our kiddos, like you said, but also during the summertime and during the times when they are available and out of school, we like to keep things going because that's when kids want to get out and about. And so in addition to the Vacation Bible School that, we're already planning, even though it's crazy cold outside.
June 10th to the 14th this year.
Right. That's right. We're already in planning mode. We will also have Wacky Wednesdays throughout the summer where kids can come and hang out. We'll do fun activities and crafts and games around a theme of some sort. We'll watch a fun movie along with it and pop some popcorn. So those are always fun. And then we also do something in the summer on Sundays. Just whenever families are in town and coming to worship, we have Sunday fun days. So you'll have to watch for those later in the spring. We'll announce what those days will be, and it's just an awesome time to get kids coming in, talk to them about a Bible story, and do things in a fun, exciting way while they're on their summer vacation.
Those have been super fun. Like one Sunday last summer, we had pancakes and pajamas. So we came in our pajamas, and many of the kids did too. We made pancakes, and we had a cowboy western day, and we've had, what else did we do, Sean?
Pirates.
Oh, that was really fun.
We've done superheroes.
So we do it every Sunday throughout the summer. So even in the summer, we have Sunday school every week, and I think the kids would like us to do that year-round, but I don't think Miss Shawn and Miss Gina have the energy to do that year-round. We're keeping it special for the summer. Mom, you can drop your kids off for Wacky Wednesday and have 4 hours all to yourself. Go grocery shopping without someone throwing things in your basket like mine used to do. So I think our summers are really fun. People often ask us, when is your downtime? I'm like, we really don't have downtime. We go year-round because kids come to church year-round, and during the summers, the kids have more time to come play with us. So we just plan even more things for them to come be with us because we love them. That's why we do what we do, to get them here.
We want kids to be excited about coming to church and learning about Jesus, and that's our job.
It is. And whatever it takes to do that, we're going to do it.
One member of our team that we just could not do our jobs without is Clara. She's our administrative assistant for the children's ministries, and she is there with us on Sunday mornings, making sure we have all of our supplies, making sure our classrooms are stocked, making sure, if things need to be ordered or all of those details. She keeps us running on Sunday mornings and for all of our events. So although she's not with us right now for this podcast, I wanted to mention her because she is a big part of our team.
She is. We couldn't do what we do without her. Well, we're so glad that you guys could join us for the very first Kids Connect podcast. And each month we're going to be talking about topics that relate to parenting and families and everything in between.
We'll also be on here just talking about all the things that are happening in our children's ministry world. So just stay tuned to hear the next exciting news.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Kids Connect. Don't forget to follow or subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss a single episode. If you have any questions, email us at podcasts@ahumc.org. That's podcasts@ahumc.org. You can also visit our website, ahumc.org, anytime. Any related links are also in this episode's show notes. Again, thank you so much for being a listener. We truly appreciate your time.